for Ophelia Talks, and today we are on day 4 of our advent calendar, and today we are making a Rudolph coaster. So yeah, even if you didn't know what it was, the red nose gives it away. So let's get started. So for this project you will need red, light brown and dark brown. There are 3 colours from the Rico Ricorumi range. The red is number 029, the light brown is number 052 and the dark brown is number 057. And I am using a 3 hook. So we are going to get started with a magic circle, and I always put a cross over my fingers like this with my end here and my working yarn there. I go under this bit here, I pick up the working yarn there, pull it through like so, go back to the working yarn, and I need to just loosen it a bit, there we go, do a chain. That is now my magic circle, which I'm going to work in, and you have to make sure you work over both your ends. So I'm going to do 8 single crochets. So that means I am going to do 7 of them, and then my 8th one, or my 8th V, is going to be the slip stitch that I do over the chain. I have not counted them. There might be 8 already. 2, 4, 6, 7. So that's 7. Now I am going to hold this nicely, flat in my fingers, pull the end, and there we are. That's turned it into a little circle. So once again I count 2, 4, 6. There's the 7th one. I'm going to go under the 7th one, and I am going to do a slip stitch, making it 8. I will close up that hole later on. Now we are going to do 2 chains, and we are going to do 2 half double crochets in each stitch around. And there we go, so that's the first lot. And as you can see, my magic circle is coming undone slightly, but don't worry, because A, it helps you a little bit now while you're working, and B, we can sort it out later, so that is not a problem for now. So I will see you when you have done your 2 half double crochets in each stitch around, and that should give you 16 half double crochets. Now you are not going to do 2 in here, because this one here counts as your second one. So in the last stitch you just do the 1 half double crochet, and I will meet you there. I have done my last half double crochet here. I've counted my V's, there's 15 of them. This is the 15th one. So now I am going to do my slip stitch, which will count as my 16th V, and which will lie over that chain, making it a nice circle there. And with doing the single crochets here, that sort of gives the effect of a, you know, of a shiny nose. Right, there we go. So the red is finished, and now we are going to go to the light brown. And I like to get started with a slip knot around my hook, because I'm going to get started with a standing stitch. So a standing stitch is where you act or pretend that you are already crocheting. So I am just going to yarn over, insert into any V around, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So I've done a standing double crochet here. Okay, we are now doing the 3rd round, so we are going to have to do the increasing for the 3rd round, and that is the following. So in the first stitch you do 1 double crochet, in the next stitch you do 2, There we go. And off we go. I will see you at the end of the round. I have now come to the end of my round. I have just done the last 2 double crochets in that last stitch. I have here my standing stitch that sort of closes up for me, so what I do, I go under the next V that is there and I do my slip stitch to close the round. I now have, we have 8, 16, 24 stitches. Okay. Now I also have sewn in my reds, so that's very good indeed. So make sure the next time you pause the video you also sew them in, and that has sort of closed up my magic circle there, so that's good. So now we are going to start the next round, another round of double crochets. So you chain up 2, into the first stitch you are going to do a double crochet. We are going to disregard the chain for now. Into the next stitch we are going to do a double crochet, and into the next stitch we are going to do 2 double crochets. There we go. So that is the repeat that we are going to do all the way around. When you get here you will find that you do a double crochet here, a double crochet here, and this is the location where you need to do 2, but this chain counts as the last double crochet of our round, so we just put 1 in and then we are ready for the slip stitch. So I will meet you there. I am ready for my slip stitch, so I'm skipping the 2 chains, going under this V and doing my slip stitch. There we go. So next we are going to do 2 chains, and we are going to do half double crochets, 2 in each stitch around. We want to give it a nice edge, and this will do just that. I will see you at the end of the round. I have just done my last half double crochet in with the starting chain from my round, skipping the starting chain, going under the V there, and we are doing our slip stitch there. There we go. So this is the size of my coaster. I have sewn in the ends, so I've been really good. Now if you wanted to, you could leave it like this in the first place. You could also do it without the last round, and then you could add that loop to it to hang it on the tree, for example. You could add eyes to it, and what we are going to do now is we are going to add antlers to it. So with the dark brown we are going to do the antlers. So we start with a slip knot, insert your hook, I'm still using the 3 here, and we are ready to get started. So I am going to look for a position in my stitches here where I can find sort of opposing sides. So I've got 2 here, then I've got 2 twos. So I'm going to attach my antlers in these ones here, the outside ones of the twos. Okay, so I'm going to get started here, and I insert my hook like so, and I am just going to attach it by doing a slip stitch. So I'm just going to put the loop that's on my hook through the loop that was already on my hook. Now I'm going to chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now I'm going to come back doing single crochets along my chain, so not in the first chain but from the second chain onwards you are just going to do single crochets all along the chain, try not to skip one. Did I skip one? Don't think so. Oh dear, sorry, this is a hard colour to see, even for me. Okay, so just work your way along the chain. So you've done about 6, I think. Yeah, there we go. So just do one wherever you can in here. Okay. And then, so this could be your side antler. And then you are here. You are then going to get your yarn properly in your hands. You're then going to pick up a post here, do another slip stitch, no, not a single crochet, a slip stitch, and do the same thing again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that 7 or is that more? That looks more. Okay, it doesn't matter how many you do, just make sure you do the same amount on the other side. So yes, let's count them. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so I did 8. Then you skip one chain and you work your way back along the chain doing single crochets. There we go. So you should be doing 7. So it doesn't matter that the second one that you do is a little bit longer, because antlers are like that, you know, they have short bits and longer bits. And then I try to do one more here. There we go. Okay. So that is your first antler. And now you have to do the second one, but I try to do the long one here and then the short one there. So let's see if we can manage that. Okay. So then here, sew in your ends sensibly. So it might, you know, you might be able to just keep your antlers into place a little bit more by sewing in your end along the antler here into the coaster. Okay. So we're now going to start the second antler, and finding that same sort of opposing location here as we did there, I'm going to attach it around this post there, and I am going to try and work in a different direction. I don't know how to explain it, but obviously I'm going to need to do my 5 to that side and my 7 to the top. So let's see if we can manage that, and if we can't, well, that's fine too. Okay, so I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but then we need the 6th one as the turning chain, and then we come back doing our single crochets along the chain. There we are. 3, and there's 4 and 5. There we are. And then once again we try to sort of attach it to a post of a double crochet, or half double crochet rather, on the top round. There we go. And now we do 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then your turning chain, so that's 8. And then we work our way back along the chain doing our single crochets. Where am I? Okay, and so hopefully when I put this down, we will have 2 antlers which are a mirror image of themselves. Is it going to be or is it not? We will have to wait and see. So let's just do another, a little slip stitch in here is fine. Okay, so we have the higher ones there and the lower ones. Yeah, that's okay. Sorry, it was off off camera. That's okay, I'm happy with that. Right, so now you can use your ends, like I said, just to secure where you want those antlers to lie properly. And if they don't behave, just use your hot glue gun or something like that. Right, okay, so thank you very much for watching. This was the 4th day of our advent calendar, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye! If you are new to my channel or you haven't yet subscribed, please find the red subscription button and click on it. It is free. You will then see a bell sign. Click on that too, so you are notified of every new video I upload. You can also find links to my social media right above that.